Beanie!
Yeah, hold on. How do I work this shit? I barely even
Mr.
use Discord
Brian
enough.
the Maker.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Hold on. I'm letting you know. This is like I made this like years ago. I think like freshman year. So I
Okay.
barely even use this.
That's
Uh,
fine.
We may just have a voice guest today.
hold on.
I mean, I would love to
Gotcha. I
see
gotcha.
that sweet
Oh,
Guatemalan face of yours, but
Okay. Chill
yeah,
out.
yeah. Oh,
Would y'all like to introduce me
Oh yeah.
or
ladies and
what?
gentlemen, welcome to the stage, the one, the only. You don't know him. I don't know if you love him. Brian, the Maker, aka Beanie, aka Christian, aka Bean, aka um, future Grammy Award winner. I'm running out of ideas.
Crazy
AKA
word.
the Dollywood Diddler, self-proclaimed.
AKA
I'm
the
not,
the
dude.
the
I'm
Beanster,
not.
if I like to call
Oh,
him the
gotcha.
Beanster.
Gotcha. How do
Mhm.
I?
Oh,
There you
oh,
go.
do we got the
Oh,
camera? Do we got the
we
Is it
got it.
working?
We
There
Oh
we
got
my
go.
him.
God!
There we
Live
go.
on
Yes,
set.
sir.
Here we go.
Welcome to the Unqualified Show, Beanie.
Yeah, episode
Hey,
14,
thank you for
man. You
having
Yeah,
finally
me.
made it.
yeah.
Hey,
So, yeah,
thank you
so,
for
so we'll let,
having me.
yeah, so we'll let you know in advance. We're a couple episodes ahead of schedule, so like we still have to post a couple episodes before yours gets posted. But you're on number 14. Be sure to remember that.
Yeah, this will probably be going up
Shout
in like a
out.
week and a half.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Shout
so
out to the unofficial talk show.
Mhm.
Tonight we are sipping on some Arizona green tea.
Fire,
One of the
fire.
best drinks, one of the best drinks
I
in my
just
opinion.
hey, I just got my episode tradition two water bottles. That's I don't know if
I
I'm ever
got
gonna
my
make that a
episode
thing, but
tradition
that's the thing.
milk. I love milk. I drink
Okay.
so much
Hey,
milk.
get that calcium in, baby.
Oh yeah, oh
Hmm.
yeah.
Delicious. Oh,
So so far, being to catch you up to speed, we've talked about the wrestling show that me and Tom are gonna go to.
Oh yeah.
Talked about human anatomy being weird. Why do balls have a stitch line? We've talked about what the appendix does. Talked about making a Tajikistan Squid Game because why not?
Hell yeah.
Uh, we looked at some Jay Z lyrics that Thomas showed me. I showed him some lyrics from a Scatman song.
Mhm.
Man, this show about to get flagged immediately.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
yeah.
surprised
So
it hasn't. I'm
surprisingly,
surprised it hasn't.
surprisingly, we
I'm
have
surprised
not
it
been
hasn't.
flagged once.
But I mean, it's
yeah,
YouTube though. What do you
See,
expect?
it would get flagged if we ever made episode 2
yeah,
public, but we're not going to do that.
yeah.
Can I get a
Episode two.
repeat of what it was? Can I get like
So, episode 2 was
Uh,
basically me praising Hitler, denying the Holocaust, saying Chinese people deserve to die in the Great Leap Forward, talking about like
okay,
deportation,
okay.
the New
Shut up,
World
shut
Order.
up, shut
It was
up,
bad.
shut up, shut up, shut
yeah.
up, shut up.
Just
Just saying that's
basically,
gonna get you canceled.
yeah.
No,
He
I've
he
said
said
it
a
a
lot
lot.
of he said a lot of things about a lot of different groups of people.
It was the most offensive 3 hours in human history.
Listen, what you may not know, Beanie, we run like a good cop, bad cop dynamic. So I play good cop. Tommy Boy here plays bad cop.
Yes, sir.
I'm the one trying to keep the peace. I'm trying to keep him in line. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be funny and wholesome. Tom's over here
Mhm.
talking about like word for word. He says, "Do you feel sorry for Eric Harris,
I did.
who was
I
one of
said that like
the?"
20 minutes ago.
He was asking me if I feel bad for Eric Harris, who, if you don't know Beanie, was part of Columbine.
Yeah,
You can always say
So
it's for educational
it
purposes.
is. Like
But
we
just
said
say
like
I'm not associated
I
with these
often
people. I was
educate
just
people.
invited.
I often educate people on the POV of Kurt Cobain as Courtney Love was about to blow his fucking head off.
yeah, yeah.
That is
That's
horrible.
that's one of my favorite discussions we've ever had. Like I had like a whole like 10-minute presentation on why I think Kurt Cobain did not kill himself.
Yeah.
Courtney Love killed Kurt Cobain to claim that inheritance money before they divorced. It's only right. Nirvana was gonna break up supposedly. Courtney was like, "Nah, honey, I'm gonna kill you. You can't now. You can't take my money." Oh, quite the episode.
So are you saying that was Courtney Love that Kanye sampled on that one song where she goes, honey?
Oh, that's a different
If you
sample. That's a whole different sample. That's
I
from
know.
another
it's
song.
it's Beanie, it's
I'm
called
gonna
out Beanie.
say,
It's
I know.
Beanie. It's
Yeah,
called sarcasm.
Beanie's number one Kanye fan, if you didn't know.
I'm a huge Kanye fan. I don't support all his beliefs. Like the internet says, he can split the artist, and he can
Yeah.
split the person.
Hold
That's
on.
how I think about it.
Can I just say
Listen, if
I don't get how you're somehow the biggest Kanye fan and you haven't listened to Kids See Ghost yet. What is wrong with you?
Okay, so the way I do it, right? This is not just for Kanye. This is for every single artist, all right? This is how I do it, right? Like in October, whenever we were setting up the decorations for Punk Illuminates, right? No, no, we were taking off the display. We were setting up
Yeah.
stuff for Christmas. I had actually listened to both of Metro Boomin and Features two-part series of We Don't Trust You.
Mhm.
That's when I listened to it after months of it being released. I'm being serious. Like that's how I listen to music now these days. Like I still have listened to the Bad Bunny album. I've heard some of the songs, from TikTok and Instagram. It's fire, you know.
Mhm.
But it's like same thing with Travis Scott. Same thing with who else? Kendrick Lamar. A lot of these artists, right? I'm like, I need time. I need time because
and
I don't have time. I now have time though, but I usually don't have time.
You know what?
can I ask how long it oh, can you want to go?
Yeah, I completely understand what you're saying. I feel like I'm not mature enough to listen to Mr. Morale by Kendrick, so I just haven't listened
Mhm.
to it yet. I don't want to listen to that
Sa-
until I feel like I'm ready for it.
Same thing with like a lot of artists, because like when you see at the discography, look at Gucci Mane's. In 4 years, he's put out more albums than Cardi has ever released music.
Yeah.
You
Same
see,
with like
there's a lot of
Youngboy.
artists. Yeah, a lot of artists put out so much shit. So I'm like, hold on, I gotta take my time.
Mhm.
There was one album though, that came out in back in November that I did listen to it because it was one of my all-time favorite artists, right? By the name of Alejandro, from Puerto Rico. And from and the listening experience is so special and unique because I'm like, damn, I've known this artist for so many years and seen the involvement that he's had. You know, it's different with Kanye though because I wasn't alive during the time, to fully experience like the hype and you know, it sounds weird.
Now
I know it does.
No, I
you
was there. I
mentioned
remember it. It was great. I remember
you mentioned
when Yeezus dropped and everyone was like sensationalizing that he was like calling himself Jesus or whatever. It was on magazines everywhere. Like I'd be in the line at Jewel Osco waiting for my parents to pay for groceries, and I'd see shit about Kanye on magazines. And somehow I just knew that he was cool as fuck.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, dude. Like back in the day when social media wasn't that big, magazines were to go to. Magazines were to go to in the grocery, like in the aisles.
Hell yeah.
okay. I was gonna
But
say though, you mentioned the Alejandro dude. Excuse me. How long did it take you to listen to the album that I got you for your birthday? I'm just curious.
the
Like from the
the
time,
oh the CD,
yeah, from the time it arrived to your house to the time you started listening to it, how long was that gap?
I think 10 minutes
Okay, okay.
because it's on a
Uh,
CD player and it was a banging
yeah,
album.
yeah.
I like I like the
Back in 2023, I want to say Metallica released their most recent album. It's like a midnight drop. You know who's listening to it immediately at 12 a.m.? Me.
You.
you did.
I do not need time to let music marinate. Like I get too excited. I'm like, man, one of my favorite bands of all time is releasing, one of their last albums, most likely ever. I'm listening to it at midnight, and I listen to
I
the
mean, yeah,
entire
that
70-minute album.
I mean, yeah, I get that too because like for me, it's my favorite artist of all time. One of
Mhm.
my top favorite artists that I really enjoy listening to music to ever since I listened to music.
Right.
Because it was an experience because I saw him from the moment he dropped, like from his first album to all the way to now, you know, because
Right.
I lived that experience. I lived with the hype. And I'm a straight dude, right? The dude makes sexual songs about girls, but I'm a straight dude.
Allegedly.
Oh man, that's
And
hey. I mean, that's
you know
you do
what
you.
though? Hey, you know what though? I think his biggest accomplishment was having a song with Future.
Hey,
That
Thomas is
That
a
that
was a
big
song
big
Future
did go
fan.
hard. Yeah, I'm a huge Future fan.
We had a whole
the
discussion
song.
about that.
The song is called "Fuck You Too." It's a good song. I think Future does a great job. You know, delivering his lyrics like he usually does. You know, shout out to Future.
Yeah,
Oh,
Shadow Future.
you're fitting right in.
Anti Dollar Sign.
But
He was on that album too. Trap King
oh,
Volume
the
2. That was the
Hold
name.
on. Anti shout out Ty Dolla Sign for making Vultures too.
Shout out to Ty Dolla Sign in general.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
In general, you know, like he has hits. He has hits. Like look at the song Psycho with Post Malone. That's a
Hmm.
Mhm.
classic. You know, that's a fucking classic, you know?
Man,
And you know, Ty Dolla does his own shit. Same thing with Wiz Khalifa,
Yeah, I fuck with
you know?
Wiz a lot. I like his older music.
Mhm.
and we were talking
Uh,
about him earlier.
Yeah, you know,
but
I really like old Kid Cudi music. Everything from what was it, Man on the Moon 3, and like all of his recent stuff. I don't like it because like dude's literally smoking crack. Like there was one he was on Instagram Live one time, and he like accidentally showed an actual crack pipe on camera. Like I'm pretty sure Kid Cudi literally smokes crack now, but his old music is so fucking good.
because he has bangers.
Yeah,
Like Mr. Razor, bro, it's like a top 20 song ever
dude,
for me
Like I cannot
personally.
wait.
Dat New
I
You
cannot
has to
wait.
be my favorite Cudi song.
See, I can't wait till I listen to Kids See Ghosts.
I can't wait for you to listen to it and tell me what you think of it, cause it's a 10 out of 10 album. It's an 11 out of 10
Hey, I'm
album.
excited to hear it. You know what I
So
think is my y'all want to know what my favorite one of my top three favorite albums of Kanye.
Let's
Top
hear it.
three, right?
hey,
Might sound crazy, right? But number one, I have Late Registration.
Okay.
hey,
All right. I
fair.
really love. Now Landon's gonna complain because there's this one song that I really liked featuring Nas. We
We Major.
Major. That
Yeah.
song is such a banger.
Mhm.
Like, you know,
Yeah, that
you got the
yeah.
trumpets, you got the drums banging. I don't know why, but Landon does not like it when when I play back
Okay.
the verse three different times
Hey,
in a row.
let me give some context. There's one morning, this is probably back in April, I want to say. Me, Kaylee, and Sean were all going to breakfast one morning, right? And he played the opening like the first like 4 minutes of We Major like 8 times in a row before then letting the rest of the song play out. And he's just like sitting there like vibing, getting down to it. He's like, "Oh, I gotta replay it again." 4 minutes, like I gotta replay
This
it
is
again.
such. I think Nas does a great job delivering the lyrics. You know, shout out to Kanye for having Nas on that album. But apart from that, right? You have the classic hit "Go There" by Kanye West in that song, right? You also
Oh,
have "Diamonds" from Sierra Leone.
Ooh.
I prefer the solo version, not the one with Jay-Z. I prefer the solo version,
Mhm.
right? You got Roses, you got Addiction, you know? Even from that first intro, when it teaches like, is he slipping in my classroom? Here go Mr. West, and then transitions to the next song. That's how you
Mhm.
know it's a banger album,
Oh
you
yeah.
know? So I think that number one, right? Number two, of course, is going to be My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
yep.
I think overall it's a great story from beginning to the very end. I
Mhm.
don't really like I don't really like the last song. I don't really like it that much, honestly, you know? It's just I know it sounds weird, but I think where it ends is I think where it ends for the peak progression of the album is Hell of a Life. And after that you
All
got the
right.
playing game and then you got the final song. But then number three, very surprising, number three, putting Donda.
Oh,
Now hear
okay.
me out. Hear me out. Hear me out, right?
Hey,
I like
Donda, right?
Donda. It's good. It's great.
I think Donda is the second version of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, just because of how many features there's in that album. Same thing with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, so many features. But with Donda, you have like some of the new school rap. You got Playboy Cardi, you
Hmm.
got Don Toliver, you know. You got classics too, you know. You got the Young Thug, you know. That album, you know, you
Bro,
got Kid
the
Cudi and Don
baby,
Toliver,
6ix9ine.
the Baby, Jay Z, you know. You also got Bobby Foreign, you know. Shout, hey, I think,
That was a good verse.
I think Off the Grid might have been one of the best songs off of that album.
Oh yeah.
You know,
The
you got Baby
unreleased
King
and
too.
released songs are all bangers.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I really like I really like Hurricane with Little Baby and The Weeknd,
Yeah.
and I really like the older versions of it with you
Mhm.
know, Ann Clements. You know,
Mhm.
I think Donda, even though it was not perfected until the third show, I think overall, I think it's a great album to listen to, right? Because you know you got your classic rap, but then you got like you know church choirs going, you know, on 24/7, you know,
Mhm.
song 24, you know. I think the Donda era was so impactful because when Donda 2 arrived, that's when Playboi Carti did that whole clown stuff and all that, you know. And
Yeah.
I think it revolutionized rap in a way that people will certainly see in the upcoming years. And
Yeah, I think
you
it
know, I
will.
really love Donda.
We got low voice Cardi out
I'm
of that.
no, like Donda is generally such a good album from the very beginning. You know, you got Donda. You know, it adds
Don
suspense.
Chan.
No, it adds suspense though, but it
It
adds
does.
suspense,
It
right?
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I want to give a big shout out to Noah, right? He's the one who introduced it to me when I had first job, you know. At that time I wasn't really that much into Kanye, but then listening to that I'm like, holy shit. And shout out to Noah. Shout out to Noah. That dude has some
I
great music taste.
I think you're fitting in perfect just because like we give so many random shout outs throughout
We
our
do, yeah.
episodes. It's
That's our thing. We have a
like if you can
list of
like
shout outs we give.
yeah, bro,
No, but
Beanie, I have to ask Beanie, what is your opinion on the great nation of Tajikistan?
I can't really say anything. I'm not trying to be canceled early in my career of music.
Bro, we love
Bro.
Tajikistan. In fact,
Yeah,
I have a 3 by 5 foot Tajikistan flag
I
right
I
there.
do
It's
too.
right there.
I
I'm
I
not
have a three by
associated with
five.
that country at all.
I have a 3 by 5 Tajikistan flag in
Hold
my
on.
room. It's
I
not
do
put up.
not.
It's
I do
folded. But
not.
There
It's
we go.
horrible.
bro, we love.
I am
Listen,
Oh no.
how
Oh
about
no. Oh no.
I am
Beanie?
support of
My
the Hello
phone.
Kitty lifestyle.
Here we go.
I'm support of the
What's your
Hello Kitty
opinion?
lifestyle.
What's your opinion on Australian KFC?
Oh,
Never
dude.
had
Are
it.
you are you are you team East or team West?
I've never had a Australian KFC, so I
Are
can't really say
are you
anything
team
yet.
are you team East or team West, Beanie? It directly determines like, the rest of the show. It doesn't, but
I'm not gonna
team
say anything.
it's not like a dirty question or anything. It's not an offensive question. Are you team East or team West for Australian
What?
KFC?
I don't even know. I've never had it.
Just
Right?
just yes or no. It's not I'm not asking which you prefer. I'm asking are you team East or team West?
I prefer to give my answer after I had Australian KFC.
We're not asking which one's better. We're just like
Oh my
it doesn't
god,
even
bro.
really have
I,
to correspond to it.
if there's no
Just
outcome
hey,
of it, then I'm not gonna answer.
the answer is Team West because I almost bagged a woman from an Australian KFC, Western Australian KFC
He did.
on a live broadcast, but I bailed before I could ask her number.
Yeah.
That's
What did
crazy.
what did that end up costing you though, Landy boy?
Uh, Between the calls to KFC in Australia and the call to the breakfast place in Tajikistan, like $25 or $30 of
Yeah.
international fees.
Yeah. The,
Yeah.
you
Anti shout
almost
out
got
the
an
biggest
Australian girlfriend
possible
though.
anti the biggest possible anti shout out to T-Mobile, bro. T-Mobile is so dirty. I love
Yeah.
I love hating on T-Mobile.
Me too. Their internet
It's a
sucks.
straight talk.
I've I know that like once I'm out of my own paying my own cell phone bill whenever that is, I will not be using T-Mobile. I will never ever ever allow my children to have to suffer through T-Mobile whenever I have children.
Hmm. You
I love
know,
how I'm taking any chance of T-Mobile ever sponsoring me, and good. I don't want T-Mobile's blood money.
me neither. You know, they say it's impossible for, two guys to get each other pregnant, but that doesn't say we can't try.
Eiffel Tower, Thomas.
Yo, Beanie, you down? Eiffel Tower? Get in the
God,
middle? Get in the
no,
middle?
no, no, no. I'm
Beanie,
not associated with that.
Oh,
Beanie,
no,
do you even
no
know what the
Diddy?
Eiffel Tower is? You know what the Eiffel Tower is between me and Thomas, right?
Sadly, I do know, and I don't want to talk
Well,
about it.
It's our favorite sex position. Second favorite next to the Denny's maple syrup foot job.
your favorite. I never said I have a favorite. I've never once mentioned that. But the Eiffel Tower is indeed one of the funniest.
And the Denny's maple syrup foot job.
Benny, what you know about Denny's?
My opinion on Denny's.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Denny's, specifically the Denny's maple syrup.
Oh, I was about to say, what the fuck is up, Denny's? What is up, Denny's? Thomas knows what I'm talking about.
Classic reference. Classic.
Yeah,
Last,
good one.
Shout out to that specific Denny's.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
I'm
honest.
pretty
I'm gonna be
sure
honest. I'm gonna be honest. This might break the internet. All right, because I do not live near a Denny's. I've never had Denny's before.
That's
I
crazy.
never have either.
Really?
I've never had Denny's.
I went to
I've
one
had a
in
Waffle House ton of
Wisconsin.
times. I've had IHOP, had Shoney, but I've never had Denny's.
Hmm. Dude, Shoney's is like it's like Hooters if it was all like 50-plus-year-old women that have smoked since they were 13, and you're gonna have ashes in your eggs.
That
There's
sounds like
probably not
Waffle
a
House.
single in the East Tennessee region. I'm sure there's not a single legal cook at Denny's or Shoney's, either one.
Or Waffle
They're
House.
they're all yeah. No, the Waffle House ones are they're American, but they're out on like Bond or Bell or whatever. The ones at like Shoney's and stuff are probably all like border hoppers. No offense, Beanie. I hope that turns out offensive to you, but border hoppers. From like Central America or South America or something.
I don't know if I've ever told my most recent Waffle House experience on this show, but
Man,
I got to talk about it because it's so funny. So I was at Waffle House with these two girls, and we get our food, and well, okay, actually, before we get our food, the waitress comes up to us, clearly not sober. Okay, she doesn't look like a sober person. She looks like a opiate kind of user. Like she, popping pain pills. And she asked me what I want to drink, and I say, "You got milk?" And she goes, "Milk?" And I go, "Yeah, milk. Like, milk." And she's like whole milk, and I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, yeah, I guess I can do that." I'm like, "Great, okay." She takes the girls' drinks, comes back like 10 minutes later and goes, "I forgot what you guys wanted to drink. Can you say that again?" And I went, "I want milk." She
no.
goes, "Milk?" I go, "We've been through this. I want milk." She's like, "Okay." Right, takes their drinks, actually brings them to us, and then asks what we want to eat. We all pretty much get the same thing, because, like, if you don't know, there's only 5 ingredients at Waffle House. So no matter what you get, it's the same thing in just a different configuration, and you get to choose bacon or sausage. And
Yeah, yeah.
so we all get our plate of the exact same thing, and the total's like $35, and I have two 20s on me, so I pay for the meal, and I'm like, keep the rest as your tip, right? It was like $4.60 or something. She's like, Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, just keep it. It's fine." She's like, "That's a lot of money." I'm like, "It's $4." And she's like,
Yeah.
"Well, oh, okay. Have a nice day. Thank you." I'm like, "You too." We just left.
The, the
See,
biggest tip I've ever upped at Waffle House was $10.
Not bad. I figured what I left her was like exactly enough to get like one pill of whatever she's into after work, and that way she wouldn't overdose. Because she's probably not
oh,
getting
that's
tips.
horrible.
She probably doesn't get tips looking like she looks. Like you can
Oh,
tell she
oh.
uses. So I gave her like just
Yeah.
enough to not die.
Beanie, you were
Hey,
gonna
Thomas
say?
helping out the community.
Yeah, I'm a hero. I'm like
All
Homelander
right.
if he didn't have superpowers.
Let's say Waffle House is an experience.
It is.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna be honest. So, I'm gonna say my go-to order. I want to hear what y'all's go-to order for Waffle House is. All right. So I will start
It's
off
the
with the
same
Coke.
thing.
Right. I'll start off with the Coke.
Hmm.
A regular waffle. Most of the time, it's gonna be a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit or a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Their biscuits are fire. Their biscuits
Yeah,
are
they're
fire.
good.
They hit the spot.
Okay. Okay.
Especially especially after a hangover.
Hmm.
Waffle House is great hangover food too.
Yeah, I always
Okay.
get
So,
a Belgian waffle, and then whatever their like biggest platter of food is with the pancakes and the bacon and the sausage and the eggs and like everything like all spread out, and then I just eat as much as I can until it hurts, and then take the rest home.
What
I
about you?
personally,
And I always
I
drink
personally
milk
go.
everywhere I go.
Oh,
I love milk.
yeah. So I get the sweet tea. You gotta get the sweet tea. It tastes like it's brewed with like creek water or something, but it's good. And then you get the I get bacon, egg, and cheese hash brown bowl,
Yeah.
and then I add onion to it, and it's just
Okay.
phenomenal, phenomenal.
I'm gonna be honest. I will only get Coke at a Waffle House. Any other breakfast spot joint, I'll usually get an Auto Parmer. I don't know
Hmm.
why I get a Coke specifically at Waffle House.
Yeah. Like I love sweet tea. It's like the if I'm going out to eat, most of the time I'm getting either sweet tea or Dr. Pepper, depending where I am.
Hmm. Have y'all ever been
Like,
to Dick's Last Resort?
yeah,
No,
I
Yeah,
have.
bro. You never been there? All right, we gotta take
no.
Beanie
Uh,
there.
yeah. And you know the restaurant where they write like the offensive paper hats for you and you wear them while you eat.
Yeah,
That place.
yeah.
Yeah, that place.
It's so
So
much
good.
fun.
It's the food there isn't great. If I remember
It's
correctly,
bar
it's more like
food
a
and it's
gimmick
kind
thing.
of overpriced, but the overpricing comes
Again,
with like paying for the experience, basically.
yeah, I've not been in forever, but it's such a fun experience, especially like whenever I was younger, because like they don't care. They're so unhinged regardless of your age.
Yeah, and you can be as rude as you want to them, like basically
Yeah.
do whatever you want, and it's just part of the gag. And like as far
Yeah.
as you push them, they'll push back harder. Like it's so much fun.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Uh,
Pay
uh,
with fucking nickels. Because who
I saw
uses nickels
one.
now these days?
I saw one where a woman left a
They just
hundred
pay
dollar
with all
tip.
change.
Yeah, I saw one where a woman left $100 tip for her waiter, but it was completely in pennies.
I think I've seen
So
one yet.
yeah, a
No, I think
hundred thousand pennies.
you mean 1,000? You mean $1,000 then? Like worth of pennies then?
Yeah,
It
it'd
was
be 10,000, right?
Maybe something like that because I saw a video. I don't know if it's the same one, but the lady she brings a wheelbarrow full of pennies.
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
that might
I,
have
I
been what
went
it
there
was.
with my grandparents, and my grandpa, he's so funny. He goes, so I won the lottery today, and I decided that I was gonna give everything I won to just whatever waiter I got when I came here. And he's like, so that's gonna be your tip tonight. And this girl gets like kind of excited for a second, and he pulls out his lottery ticket and he goes, I got a number 7 right here on the Powerball. I won $2, and he hands her $2 and goes, "Here's your tip."
Please tell me
Oh
you tipped more.
man.
Yeah, he ended up giving her like 20 bucks.
Okay.
All
I
right.
was about to say $2. That's crazy. I would have crashed out.
Yeah, he actually won $2 off of Powerball though, so it was a perfect joke.
That's
Man.
horrible.
I feel like I need to like do like sports betting sometime if we go and I'll be like, listen, I just won like a pretty nice sports gambling bet, like a pretty extensive sports gambling bet. Here's your tip. And it'd be like, $8 or something. I'd be like, listen, I just hit like a ton on this like sports bet thing. Here you go. Here's your tip. $8. Which, by the way, I've been on a hot streak gambling as of recently.
Hmm.
We do
I
not
mean,
condone gambling.
Yeah,
oh,
I
I talk about
don't.
it in every episode. I talk about it in every episode. five. You know,
I
I
know.
turned $6 into $23. I turned how much? $4 into 12. I'm hitting a lot.
Landon, I'll make you a
I
deal.
okay.
I know you don't go gambling, you go winning.
Absolutely.
My bookie scammed me, right? They're holding 45 of my precious dollars hostage.
Okay.
If you just tell me what to bet on and I bet on it and I eventually get to that 2 grand withdrawal, I will give you like 80% of it.
Oh, okay. See, I don't use my bookie. I use a different one. Anti shout out my bookie. I
Yeah,
guess are we allowed to do anti
major
shout outs
anti
to a
shout out my
gambling
bookie.
organization? Yeah. Uh,
I was about to say,
now,
do you use
yeah.
Price Picks?
I'm not sponsored in any way. I need to preface this. I need to, lay that lay that out there. I'm not sponsored, but I use Underdog as my gambling platform.
Okay.
Underdog is pretty nice. So yeah, I might be able to help you with your sports betting if you that's the way you want to take, no, Thomas.
You know, worst case scenario, I lose $45 that I already can't get.
Right.
Best case
Okay.
scenario, I get like $200 and you get like 1,800.
There's a game going on as we speak, an NFL game.
Should we bet on it?
I'm thinking, but I got $29 in my account
Is he
I
coming
got
after I
out?
had
45.
15 yesterday. I had $15 in my underdog account deposited yesterday. Now I have 21. I'd end up betting. Yeah, I need to see my bet going on the game right now, and it's going quite well so far. I can turn $2 into $6.
No, we
Oh,
lost
did
the
we lose
Mexican. Or sorry, Guatemalan.
Beanie? We can't see you, Beanie.
Wait.
Up, he might be back. Okay, he's back.
I think cut out for a second. My bad, y'all.
Oh, okay. I got
Hey.
$55 on here.
Ooh. Okay.
So,
Does it let you do live bet? Does it let you do live bets? Can you bet on
uh,
a game that's currently active?
let's see. Live streams. Uh,
Maybe not.
American football, USA, Vikings and Rams.
It's playing right now.
How do I bet on
Hey.
them? Okay.
Um.
So I've got. Let's see all my wagers here.
I was about to say, if there's any fan
Yeah,
of mine, any fan, I do not condone gambling.
All right, what should I bet on? We got
Okay, so it's gonna let you do. It's gonna let you bet live.
yeah. So we've got Vikings versus Rams. We've got the first half, the second half, alternate
Okay, so yeah,
handicap, alternate totals, second quarter 1 by 2, race to 20, 25, 30, Rams total over under, Vikings total over under. What are you thinking?
can you just bet on like player stats or something? That's what I usually do. It's just player stats.
Player stats, player
Yeah,
props. Let's see.
player props. That's what you need.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking. So first of all, we're gonna go. Where's it at? Okay, I need to see what the lines are set at for
Cooper
you.
Cup.
Okay.
Dude, I love Cooper Cup.
Yeah, he has zero receptions so far tonight. 0 yards.
So,
He's
Cooper Cup total receiving yards, including overtime, under 22.5 or over 22.5. Regardless, it's negative 125, whatever that means.
okay. So that means okay. I don't know how the negatives work for props like that. I think okay. So we're going 2.5 receptions. Is receptions an option for you?
No, I've got receiving yards,
Okay,
passing
receiving yards.
touchdowns, passing yards.
Okay. So what's the receiving yards set at for you?
Uh, Cooper Cup receiving over under 22.5 and Puka Nakua receiving over under 68.5. Both are negative
Okay.
125 for both.
Okay, so for Cooper Cup, I'll say under, just because like he's not looking too hot right now. 0 yards so far. For Puka Nakua, uh, it's 60 something. He's got 26 right now.
68.5.
68.5. He's got 26 right now, so I need him to get 60 more. I don't think he'll do it. I think that's an under. Now, I could be wrong. Don't come at me if I'm wrong,
I'm
but
gonna come at you for all the money I lose. All $2.
okay. Okay.
What about Kyron Williams total rushing yards over under 70.5?
Kyron Williams over under 70.5. He's got 23 right now.
Yeah. 50 yards is 150 feet. How hard is that to get?
Pens
I mean, rushing
score
just means like
is
holding the ball, right? Like if someone on his team
yeah,
hands him the ball and he runs like halfway
and
down the field, he's got it.
pretty much. Oh man, I don't like if you're doing like stuff in game, it's kind of dangerous. 'Cause you never know how it's gonna go. Thing. I think you could take the over just for kicks and giggles.
Okay, and then we've got Matthew Stafford total passing touchdowns over under 1.5. Uh oh,
He's got
hold
Z.
on.
Has he got
Under 1.5 is plus 100. Under 1.5 is negative 154. Whatever that means.
take the under because it'll pay out more.
Okay, and then Matthew Stafford
You and
total
Beanie
passing yards including overtime. Over under 241.5.
over under 241.5. He's got 129 right now. The over, sure, why not?
All right. Uh, that's all I got.
All right. Now, again, I am not a professional, so you're doing this at your own risk, Thomas.
That's fine. Wait,
Ooh,
reduce
wait,
bet
what?
amount to. Wait, what? Hold on. Am I? It'll only let me bet on the the Matthew Stafford over under 1.5. Says the market is
Okay.
not available for the other ones.
All right. So I guess just do that then, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, I'm just gonna put all 55 on it.
You're putting all 55 on that?
What?
Hey, you do you. Go for it.
Go big or big or go big
Basically,
or go home.
do you think Matthew Stafford himself will make two passing touchdowns during this game?
Well, he's got one right now. If he gets
That's
one more,
ChatGPT.
So he's gonna
listen,
get it.
he's got, but
How
they're
That's
up.
how
Yeah,
much is
ChatGPT.
listen.
longer? How much time does the game have left?
They've got 2.5 minutes in the second quarter left, so there's about 30 minutes left of game time left.
So there's a good chance then.
Now, keep in mind they're up 17-3, so if they go up again, that's the thing. I don't know if they go up, will it be passing or just go higher? Screw it, go
Yeah,
over.
it makes sense.
But say just ask ChatGPT.
No, I want to ask
Okay.
Chat GPT if it knows how to Sugma.
You're gonna leave that question blank.
Beanie, are you a fan of Imagine Dragons?
Dude, it
Anyways,
All
won't
right.
let me
Beanie.
bet on
so
over.
It won't.
No.
God. Okay, then
That
I
that's how
I
much
don't know.
that's how much my bookie of a scam is. If it's like there's like a like 30% chance of something happening, you can't bet on it.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you gotta bet on a losing play.
that's I don't like my bookie, bro. I've not even heard of them. That's the thing until like recently.
They went
Sounds
hard with
sketchy.
promotions a couple of years ago, and I was like, you know what, I'll try it out. And then I was doing blackjack, and I made like $30, and then I lost like $30, and I was like, I'm just never gonna use this again. That's where I'm at.